Hey, I'm here. How you doing?
Hey, how are you, man?
Life's good. Life's good.
Life's good. How's your bracket?
Well, I bet heavy on my alma mater, and I think they're out already. So
yeah, Temple. Tough loss for Temple to Iowa. Did you watch the end of that game?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see the highlights either. I know you told me that there was a little controversy, though.
A little bit of controversy. There was a guy put up kind of an air ball as time was expiring, and the Iowa player sort of pushed in the back of a Temple guy to get the rebound and put it home for the game winner.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. So what's going on with Boardwalk Honda? You guys, how's the construction going? I know you guys are doing a little bit of facelift over there.
Yeah, we're almost done. I'm very excited about it. We're spending, a little more than I thought we would, but it's really starting to look great. I mean, the building's a little bit taller. Everything's new. We put in speed doors in the back for our service people. I mean, it's really coming along great.
What was the impetus behind that? Did you just guys felt like you needed a better building, or how did that all come about?
Well, I think it's a combination between us wanting to keep everything current and modern, and Honda put a little pressure on us to make sure that that's up to speed with their image plan.
So did you give any of the salespeople, let them cut out a little bit early this week to watch some March Madness games, or you making them work the full day?
Well, March is actually a great month. I mean, you go through January, February. It's a breakout month. All the manufacturers really get heavily involved in advertising. So, most of them, they don't want to leave. I offered them to go home, and they said, you go home. So I went home.
Nice to be the boss, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, Josh was saying he bought a car off you and used to be worked with you a little bit.
Yeah, Josh actually is a very good customer. He's got a couple cars right here at Boardwalk Honda, and so that's why I really have to be nice to him at all times.
Well, you don't have to be too nice to me, but
he's a customer. I got to be nice. As my wife says, I'm a different person around the customers.
Wow, that's pretty scary, actually.
That's true. That's true.
What do you got?
Yeah, but Josh is a customer. We got to get you as a customer too, there, Dave.
Yeah, man. Yeah, maybe in a couple of years. I got to get some finances together. Once Glory Days hits its stride, we'll be over there picking up a nice new Honda.
Well, how is Glory Days doing? I know we've been supporting you for quite some time.
Yeah,
circulation's up.
We're getting there. Circulation's up. We're coming up on our 50th edition, so a lot of good stuff happening, and we're getting really ready to take over South Jersey here. Nobody's stopping us.
Wow, that's good stuff. There you go. I like it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's great. I mean, and thanks for all you do in supporting what we do in bringing to light some of these great high school athletes. I know you were former great in high school and there at Temple, and talk about that a little bit, just your relationship with the community and supporting all these youth activities and the high school sports. And there's so much passion in high school sports, and that's really what I love about it on a daily basis. You see these parents out at the games and going crazy at these championship games. It's really an awesome thing.
Yeah, I found out about, I'm from Williamstown and, grew up in Camden County, and obviously there's a lot more people, but when you come down here, you find out everybody knows everybody and everybody's dialed into the community, and sports is just absolutely huge. It is a great environment.
How much do you get a chance to keep track of the local sports? I know you're busy over there at Boardwalk Honda, but I'm sure you see the Press of Atlantic City on a pretty regular basis and keeping track of some of these high school sports teams. And we just had Mike McGarry on from the Press, and what a great basketball season. And it's really cool to see these players succeed and have kind of bring their towns up a little bit. You talk about Atlantic City has had some down times last couple of years, and that team really lifted up the community for about a 3-week span.
Yeah, well, when I went to Temple, I mean, Mike Curcio, who I was co-captain with at Temple, just came in and got a car, so I still communicate with him, and I still remember Michael Linehan out of Ocean City High School, who was at Temple when I was there. So, I mean, I knew quite a few people from down here. There's George DeGrossa, actually, is the fellow we competed against in a lot of amateur flag football, which I played for about 15 years after I was done, and Ernie Iskro and that whole group down here. So, yeah, there's a lot of good feelings down here, and there's a lot of people I competed against for a lot of years. It was good stuff.
All right, Brian, let me ask you the real important question. Why Honda?
Who's this, please? Who's this?
Who's this? Who are you?
Who's this? Oh, my customer. Why Honda? Hondas have the great reputation. They got great resale. I mean, there's a lot of good cars out there in the market nowadays, but, Honda's still Honda. Just you look at the, things that have happened, like 1 million miles on the car up in New England. I mean, what other car out there can boast that a customer actually drove it for 1 million miles?
Wow.
That kind of says it all. You can Google that, and you'll come up with the guy. I think he was up in Maine or New Hampshire, but he actually got 1 million miles out of his Honda. I think that says it all. Gosh.
1 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, and Honda gave him a new car.
Well, they should after that guy. 1 million miles. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. We appraise cars all the time, and just the other day, a customer came in. They had a couple 100,000 miles on the Civic, and, we gave them a couple $1,000s. I mean, you get a couple 100,000 miles on most cars, they're worth like $100, $200.
Right.
But Honda, even at a couple hundred, and what's funny, we put them on the internet, and people come in and buy them with a couple 100,000 miles. So I think that's why Honda, because people know the engines, the transmissions, they just last a long, long, long time. And when you go to sell them, people want them.
Brian, talk about the stuff you do with teen drivers. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with teen safety issues, and you guys have a program over there for teen drivers. How important is that to get these teens to understand not only the safety of their driving, but as well as the car itself?
Well, I have a teenage driver in my household now, and he had a very dubious start. So believe me, I understand the safety, and there's no taking it lightly. Just to educate the young people, I get it. It's very difficult, but if you don't try, that's the biggest crime. Because, like I said, I mean, I just lived it with my my son, who first he blew out the 2 new tires on his car. Then he decided to kind of rear end somebody at a traffic light that he swears they stopped in the middle of the intersection and everybody else was moving. And then that infamous invisible white van truck that ran him into the guardrail to finally total that car.
Oh, jeez.
So that was in his first 2 months of driving. He's now had, knock on wood, has not had any incidences in the last 6 months, but he's, again, a brand new driver, and that's what happens when, today's day and age with cell phones and things like that, you really, really got to have that child step back and really think about what they're doing and make sure they're very well trained, because it is dangerous.
Talking with Brian Broomell from Boardwalk Honda. Real quick, Brian, before we let you go, can you give us a preview on your next commercial with Carol? I know you guys have a lot of fun doing those commercials. What do you got cooking?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed about this one. I mean, she actually takes it to the hoop on me and slams it, dunks it over top of me. And I could have swore in my radio commercial I said she can't dunk. But the TV is living proof she's going to be slamming it home, and then it actually should start running this weekend.
You were trying to take the charge?
Well, I told her that, she couldn't do it in my house. I had my little finger wave going on and called her a lollipop kid. And next thing you know, she's slam dunking it over my head, which is going to come to light very shortly because it's on TV.
Nice. We'll be on the lookout for that. Thanks for taking a few minutes, Brian. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the call. Thank you.